Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing the part 2 in Excel training. So the topic for today is entering and editing data into the worksheet. In this tutorial, we'll try to understand 5 different topics. The first one is understanding the types of data that we can use. Second one, entering text and values into the worksheet. Third, we'll try to understand dates and time into our worksheet. Fourth, we'll try to modify and edit information. And finally, we use built-in and custom number format. To learn and understand the fundamentals of entering and editing worksheet data, it is essential for us to understand that Excel categorizes data into 4 types. The first one is numeric, second one is the text, third one formulas, fourth one is error values. So we'll see all the data types that are there in Excel. The first one is text. You can enter any information in the Excel in that particular cell, and this information is text, and you can see it in the formula bar. It can hold up to 32,000 characters. The second one is a numerical, where you can add any number here and you can do any operation with the number. Suppose you can change it to currency, and you can also include information like percentage, or you can include any currency, whichever you want. The third one is formulas. Suppose you have two numbers. If you want to do the sum of two numbers, you will be using equal to and then write the for that, so that the Excel will use the calculated field and give you the output. And the third one is error values. Whenever you are trying to calculate anything, and this kind of error value will come. So these are the 4 different types of data types that you have. Along with this, you have dates, where you can type any date you want, but Excel takes the date as a serial number, and it will store in that way for easy calculations. So these are the data types and how it works in reality. Now we'll look into the 2 important time-saving techniques which Excel provides in entering the data. The first one is autofill and the second one is auto format. What does this autofill do? Suppose you wrote 2 numbers, 1 and 2. If you want to write it till 100, so what you will do, you will just press on shift down arrow. You will be able to see a small column, and what you can do, you can just drag it down till whichever number you need, and it will autofill for you. Same with January, February as well. Months, if you just fill right, it will autofill for you. Not only for these numbers, if suppose the numbers are in a series where you need to add 10 for the initial number that you see in G4 cell, G4 you have 10 and G5 you have 20. So what we can do, you can just hold it and try to drag, and it will come in the series. So this is autofill for you whenever you are doing major like whenever you are working with a big data, this autofill feature will be handy, and it will help you saving a lot of time. And the next one is auto format. What it does, suppose you have written already January, February, and again if you want to write that, if you just press J, it will show you auto format whether you need this text or not. So if you want the text, you can just press enter and it will go to the another cell. Same with February as well. But if you try to write March, it will not be there because we have not entered the text in the cell. If we write March and then we click on M, it will show you March as an autocomplete. So autofill and auto format are time-saving techniques in Excel for entering and editing any text. Next, we'll discuss about how to modify or edit this particular cell information. Suppose here you have January, right? Either you want to change January to March. What you can do, you can just select that particular cell and you can write the information there. That is one way of doing it. Second way, what you can do, you can just click on F2, which is the edit. To do edit inside the cell, when you're clicking F2, right, it will show you a cursor which is blinking, and you can change and you can write whichever information you want. Or else what you can do, you can just delete this information and you can write. So these are the 3 ways where you can edit inside the cell, and also you can go here in the formula bar and also you can write the information. So these are 3 methods where you can do editing inside the cell. The next one is undoing mistakes. Suppose in this we wrote March, by mistake it should be February. So what we did, we just changed that. But you want to see the last operation. One thing, you can click on undo function in quick access toolbar. It will change to the previous operation, or else you can do Ctrl+Z to see the previous operation, right? Okay. And we have also Ctrl+Y. What it does is that it will take back to the new operation. Suppose we wrote March. So what we did, we wrote February Ctrl Z will take you to March and Ctrl Y will take you to February. It will go to the next operation. Ctrl Z will take you to the previous operation. Okay. The next one is deleting the contents in the cell. Whenever you have this kind of information where you have hyperlinks and also you have some comment, whenever you are trying to delete it by just pressing the delete button, what happens? The comment will still be visible. So what you can do, you can right click on that and you can see the delete comment option here. You can delete the comment, and also if you want to remove hyperlinks, you can remove the hyperlinks by just a click. You can right click and you see remove hyperlinks, and then if you want to delete the information, you can delete it. So you have two ways to delete it. One, you can go here, click on clear contents, and the content will get deleted, or else you can press the delete button. Suppose you have hyperlinks and comments in your sheet, then what you will do, you will go here and delete the comment, and also if you want, you can remove the hyperlinks as well, and then you can delete the information. That is about deleting the information in a cell. So next we will discuss about how to write fractions. Suppose in the worksheet, if you want to write fraction as 1/5, then Excel will treat it as date format and it will give you a date. To enter that, what you need to do, you need to write 0 space 1/5 so that it will take it as a fraction. Otherwise it will take it as a date. Okay. And we also have shortcut for the current time and current date. So if you just press Ctrl+ and semicolon, it will give you the present date, and if you press Ctrl+Shift semicolon, it will give you the present time. Okay. Date, you need to press Ctrl+ semicolon. Okay. And for time, you need to press Ctrl+Shift and semicolon, and for fraction you need to write 0 space whatever value you wanted to write. So these are entering. When you wrote this and you want this in one as a merge, you go here and click on merge. It will show you in one particular sheet and you can fill color for it. Okay, so that is what you can do. And right now the current date is 2/16/26, but you don't want it in that format. You can go into the number format, expand it, and see you will have different things like date you want in which method. Okay, so right now month, date and time is there. So if you want to keep it in this format, you only need date and month. You can press on OK and it will show you this date and month format. Okay, you can play around with these. You have a lot of features like date. You can have multiple date formats. You want date and time, you can click on that. It will give you 12/16/26 and it will give you 12 AM because you just entered only the date. It will show as morning, 12 AM. Okay, and if you want to change that, you can change it to date, month and year in the similar format. You can do these as well. So all these things you can. Next one we will see is the number formatting option that we see here in this tab. Here when you have these numbers, it will be showing in general, but if you want to keep the number format, you can do that. Decimal numbers will come and you have two arrows, one to the left and one to the right. If you just click on the right arrow, it will decrease the decimals, and if you want to add decimals, you can do it with the left. And these numbers you want percentages. To convert a number into percentage, 10 will become 1000%. Okay, so this you can do. And if you want to do comma, and you can write numbers as well, and you can add currency. Okay, and to adding a currency, you can have the shortcut keys Ctrl+Shift and dollar as well to get the currency. Okay, and you have multiple things like accounting, short date, long date, time, percentage, fraction, and text as well. So now we will see this information. Again, it is in general. You can go and keep it in text. Okay, and you have to click here. It opens the format cell option. Here you have a lot of things like alignment, how you want to align. You wanted to increase the decrease. Okay, and see, you can see the here it is in this format. It's inclined, and you can do it. You can decrease it. So you see 90 degrees, it will show in a 90 degrees format. So this is mostly useful when you're working with big sheets. These are in handy. And you also want to change the font. You want to increase the size. You can do that. And you want to do the fill. You want to fill a color. You can do it. And you can also see protection is there. If you want to protect it, you can keep click on log there. Right now my sheet was already protected, so you can play around with these categories to understand better. Okay, and you have wrap text here. Suppose I am writing okay, so this is the information that I wrote that you can be visible in the formula bar, but I want to make it in a more readable format. What I'll do, I'll just click here and I click on wrap text. What it does, it will fit everything into the cell, and you can just widen your column so it can show, you can read this information. Okay, so this is something which you can do. And you have here alignments, like you can align to the left, you can align to the middle, you can align to the right, you can align to the left. So this works. Okay, and you here we just click in number and you saw the alignment, right? You can do it from here as well, align clockwise and align text down. Whatever you want to do, you can do with this feature in the alignment column. And here you can also do the font. You can change the font, you can make it bold, you can make it italic, you want to underline that, and you want to keep a border. For this information you want to have a border, you can click here, it will have a border. You want to have a thick border, you can have it here. So this is about the font. Okay, so suppose there is $120 and here you wrote 230, like suppose you have numbers here where you are writing 500, 600, but you want to have a dollar symbol for these both too. What you can do, you have the format paint option. So what you do, you just click on that particular cell, click format paint and just paste it. So automatically whatever is in this format, it will show you in this format. Okay, so what happens, it will not, it works like copy, but it will not copy the entire numbers. It will only format the way in which this cell is there. So it has dollar and it has decimals, so it formatted in the similar manner. If you do it for this, like 100 is there and I want to format this all into just plain numbers. So what you can do, you can click the 100 and just paste it here. It will change, the numbers won't change, but only the formatting will change. That is the format painter. This is very helpful. Suppose you want to have this color for this also, you can go into paint and you can paste it. It will automatically makes this color also as blue. Okay, this is about the clipboard. And you have the conditional formatting, format as table, cells and all. We will discuss in detail when we are discussing about these topics, but as for us, for now, font, alignment, clipboard and number are important when you are entering and editing any text. And what else we can do here, whenever you are trying to delete this, right, you will be able to only delete the information but not these blocks. To do that, what you can do, you can click on that column, click on to right and just delete overall. So that is how you can delete. Okay, and you see here these cells are in this size and these cells are in different size. So if you want to change all the formatting whatever you have done till now, right, so what you can do, you can, so whenever you see all these cells are in different sizes and these cells are in different sizes and I want to go back to the original format where I have done everything, so what you can do, you can go here and click on clear all. What it will do, it will clear everything. But if you want to just clear formats, it will just clear everything, whatever changes that you made, and it will bring back to this field. And also you can clear the contents as well. But if you clear the contents, the whatever additions that you did, like adding columns, everything, that will not change. So just make sure you know the clear all, clear formats, clear content. And you also have hyperlinks. If you want to remove hyperlinks, you can click here. Okay, to what you do, you clear everything. Okay, and you can remove everything. Okay, cool. So this is about cells. And one more thing, what you can do, whenever you want to insert anything, you can right click and you can insert one more cell, or you can come here to insert cell everything. And you want to delete cells, you can do that, and you can format row height, column width and default with anything, you can do that. And you can also hide and unhide the rows if you want. You can do that by coming into the format tab. Okay, so this is about it.